owing money up and down the country. Let's not go there again.
I call the Honourable Dr Nick Smith.
Mr Speaker, the test in the general debate this afternoon, and for any party in government, is how does a government deal with the tough issues that come on a government's plate? And this is a government that's had more than its share of tough issues. And what I have witnessed, Mr Speaker, in the House this afternoon is how fit John Key and his government is to deal with those tough issues, and how unfit members opposite are to deal with these issues. Because what I have witnessed is an opposition that's more interested in getting into grubby personality politics than deal with the issues that are relevant. And I want to talk about the issues at GCSB, and I want to talk about the issues of the economy, and I want to respond to the issues that have been raised around the issues of healthcare. Mr Speaker, let's be honest. GCSB is in trouble. It's got challenges. It's got challenges that go way past the period that we have been in government, way beyond. What we know is that GCSB has been operating under the previous government, potentially outside the law. And what would a responsible government do? A responsible government would get a respected public servant to turn that organisation out inside out. And that's exactly what Minister in charge of GCSB and Prime Minister John Key has done. Exactly what he has done. And what it has shown is that there is a question mark about our GCSB complying with a law that was written by members opposite. And what it has shown is that a good period under Helen Clark, that organisation potentially acted unlawfully, and we're a government that's fit to fix it. Right. And what do members opposite want to do? Well, I have to tell you, they have learnt nothing. They believe that what the public out there want to do when we face challenges is to get down into the gutter and try and besmirch people like our Prime Minister. And we members on this side of the House says we will not tolerate it. We have the best Prime Minister that this country has seen in 25 years, a Prime Minister that's prepared to deal with the difficult issues. Mr Speaker, what we also saw, and this is the part that's really sad for our country, is that on issues of national security, I thought MPs would put their country first. You think so? I thought they would put their country first. And what we've seen in speeches in the House opposite is that when it comes to politics or the national interest, the Labour Party and the Green Party will always choose their political interest over the country's interest. Mr Speaker, I was particularly fearful of what I heard from the Green Party. What the Green Party said is that they want to scrap the GCSB. Scrap the GCSB. And I say to members opposite, in this time when the threat of cybercrime is higher than ever, when all of the international thoughtful press is actually that the security threats this century are far more likely in the area of communication security, and we have opposition parties saying they want to scrap the organisation. Well, Mr Speaker, the voters have got a clear choice. A national government that will fix the GCSB, or an opposition that will either play politics with it or get rid of it, and I say that is awfully wrong. But Mr Speaker, let's go elsewhere. Let's look at the economy. No government in a generation has faced as difficult economic challenges, not of our making, as this John Key government. And what this government has done around the economy is something of which I am hugely proud. Let's look at what the IMF has got to say about this government's economic record. And we have Christine Lagarde, the Managing Director of the respected IMF. And it says this: if you look at the numbers, whether it's growth, employment, inflation, debt, stability, New Zealand looks very promising. In fact, she said, it's certainly a lot better than any other part of the world. That's what the IMF is saying about this government's stewardship of the economy, And I say again, it shows that this is a government that's prepared to front up to the difficult issues, not of its making, and address them in the nation's interest.
The member's time has expired. I call Andrew Williams.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.